Hey, welcome to FCRB TV. We wanted to do a little video today because I just watched a fantastic game this morning between Man United and Liverpool. That's a very big matchup. They're two teams that really don't like each other, big rivalry, despite Mourinho trying to play it down. But wanted to talk about the match because Mourinho was absolutely fantastic today. His tactics were spot on. It was a Mourinho Masterclass, so to say, and the way that he set his team up to shut down the opposition, and which was the informed team in the Premier League, Liverpool, with their trident up front of Salah, Firmino, and Mane. Um, Going in, people are thinking that Mourinho's going to park the bus and just sit in and try to hit them on the break, which for the most part he set up that way, but the personnel that he selected, getting Eric Bailly back in the team, um, getting Eric Bailly back in center back alongside Smalling was crucial for him. His holding midfield selection partnership of Matic and McTominay was fantastic, and and then having Mata coming in off the right hand side to to create for the likes of Lukaku and Rashford. So it was really interesting to see because it was a clash of styles. Because obviously Liverpool had majority of possession. They had countless corners, like maybe 13 corners. I don't think United had any. But they were trying to get in, but the block of eight that the two blocks of four, the block of eight that United had in the defensive part of the field was just too difficult. Those guys were on an assignment. They played it to a T. Smalling looked awesome. Valencia was great. Despite Bailly's own goal, he was good as well. And the two best players in the United setup, some may say, Rashford was the man of the match. Yeah, he got the two goals and he was great going forward as they, would spring counters against Liverpool's attack. But the two best players were McTominay and Matic. The way that they sat in front of the back four and protected the two center backs and cleaned up everything in midfield. They made it so hard for the likes of Chamberlain. Who else they have in there? Emre Can, who had a good game, but it was just hard for him. You know what I mean? They really clogged things up, and it just goes to show how important the central defensive midfield role is in today's football, because you're really the link, the linchpin between the midfield and the defense. If you've gone missing, if you're not doing your role right, people get to run straight through and put your back line under pressure, and no matter how good your defenders are, they're gonna struggle. And as you all know, I'm an Arsenal man, so we've struggled for a long time not having a proper CDM in there. Shaka really isn't the guy. Shaka could play alongside a real CDM. If Shaka played alongside the likes of Steven and Zonzi, that would be great. But look at all the teams that win. Chelsea have Conte. What's his name? Conte over there, holding mid alongside, and Babayoko I think will still come good. He's just adapting to the league, but every team has one. Emre Can does a great job for Liverpool. I think he's a very good player. Who else? Look at even Tottenham with the likes of Musa Dembele. Man's a monster. It's just not really a shame, but I don't understand why they don't surge forward, because they have pieces in place. And alongside Musa Dembele, they've got Victor Wanyama as well. They've got players, but look at Arsenal, we don't have it today. Matic and McTominay were phenomenal, phenomenal. And here's the real selection question: how's Pogba going to get back in the team? Where is he going to play? I tell you what, he can't play the 10. He can play the 10 when Mata's not available. Mata's a better 10 than he is, and I think I've said that before. And then he can't play 6 or 8 because Matic and McTominay are better than him there too. If he's going to pick his best team against Sevilla in the week, Pogba's not going to be in it. You know? I mean, it goes to show, like, listen, it's about, understanding your personnel, your personal understanding of their roles to play in the team, and Pogba cannot play that covering central defensive midfield role. He can't even play the link where he defends a bit but still gets to go forward. He can't do it. He wants to play the 10. He wants to just be free to do whatever he wants. And in Mourinho's setup, in a standard setup in modern football today, if you want that freedom, you've got to play the 10. And he's not going to get that role. And even when he gets it, he's not really great there either, because Mata's better than him. So, I mean, Liverpool weren't too bad today, but, I thought that Lovren wasn't good enough. Lovren, the first goal, he doesn't jump with Lukaku. Lukaku flicks it on, and then Alexander-Arnold doesn't cover the run of Rashford. He's done, 1-0. Then the second time he tries to jump, Lovren tries to jump again, and Lukaku is just too big for him. Can't get near it. He brings it down, sprays it to the right, and then they get through. The ball deflects. Rashford's on it again. Boom, 2-0. So I don't know if Matip wasn't fit to play today, but Lovren in the squad, unfortunately, was not the best selection. And I don't even think Alexander-Arnold was good enough either to be selected today. Those two cost Liverpool. But what was I going to say? It just goes to show that Mourinho still has it. He knows how to clog up space. He knows how to take away, the opposition's greatest threats. The guy he knows how to get results still. I mean, I know I'm one of the critics who said that, I think he's done. I think he's outdated. I don't think he's outdated anymore. I made a mistake. I'm sorry. I think that this guy Mourinho, if you want to win, he will get your side to win. And today was a masterclass by him. If those players just follow instructions and not have attitudes like Paul was having, they're going to win. You might not win the way you want to win. It might not be attractive at all. Like today, Liverpool was a better side in terms of possession, creating chances, but who won the game? Man United. Why? Because Mourinho set it up that way. That's how it goes. So if they just shut up, follow instructions, do what the man says, they're going to come out on top 9 times out of 10. And that one time's probably against Man City. But I tell you, it was, I'm not a United fan. I'm not a Mourinho fan, because the man has cussed my second father too many times. I'm just a footballer's footballer, and I tell you, what I saw today, United were good, mate. They were good. They were organized. They clogged up space. All their players ran and put pressure. They ran and put pressure like, it was a cup final. We haven't even talked about how the front three of Liverpool were really stifled today by this defense, because there were moments where they tried to get in and try to get through, do the little thing, and just 2-3 United guys just came in, closed down space, D'd up on them. It was great. I was just like, wow. I mean, Smalling was fantastic. Ashley Young shut down Mo Salah. Now, here's something that I wanted to talk about as well. With the 3 up front at Liverpool, they're phenomenal. They're dope. Yeah, they're real good. But this whole Mo Salah obsession is quite frankly ridiculous, because the dude is only about pace and his left foot. If you take away his left foot and take away space for him to run into, like United did today, you'll see how average he is. He did nothing. The most he ran was running to get the ball to take a corner kick. That's all he did today, And for them to also, Steven Gerrard also said in the week that he thinks that Mo Salah is the greatest African player in Premier League history. Come on, Stevie G. I respect you a whole lot, bro. I think you're one of the best English center mids of all time. But you need to take a day off with that, because he's not even the best African player in the Liverpool team right now. Because Sadio Mane is 100 times better than him. 100 times. If you watched the game today, people, did you see what Sadio Mane was doing with the Fort Knox defense that United had? It was Sadio Mane who was trying to unlock it, and many times he almost got through. The own goal that United scored was because of the work that Sadio Mane did. Mo Salah can't play that way. Mo Salah's all about pace. You know what Mo Salah is? Mo Salah is a poor man's Michael Owen. That's what he is. Just running fast, running behind the defense, and slot it. That's it. That's it. And the only reason why he's a poor man's Michael Owen is because Michael Owen came first. That's it. So for them to say that he's the best African player in Premier League history, stop. That's crazy talk. Because today, a big game like this, he was nowhere to be found. Even Firmino got shut down. The only reason why Liverpool were getting in behind and causing problems was because my man Sadio Mane was coming deep, trying to link up with Firmino, trying to get the backs to overlap and get in so we could get crosses in. I mean, he was putting in a whole lot of work, So I mean, it was there for everyone to see today. Mo Salah he's a good player, but best of all time African player, no. And we're talking about Sadio Mane is better than him. Don't forget Didier Drogba played in the Premier League. Don't forget even Nwankwo Kanu was better than him too. JJ Okocha, stop. Okay, stop. Mo Salah, oh yeah, he scored a lot of goals this year, yeah. But look at all the goals that he scores. Who isn't great when you have speed of that nature and you have space to run? We want to see what you can do when there's no space, when you have to create space. Today he couldn't create anything. Anything. He was just bang average today, and that's all credit to Ashley Young and Mourinho and the Man United setup today. They were awesome. Ashley Young ran with him step by step. There was a moment where Liverpool had a semi break, and I think Mane had the ball, and Mane was kind of in the middle of the pitch, and he was running at Smalling, but was it Smalling or was it? It was actually he was running at Eric Bailly, and Smalling kind of like drifted to his left a little bit because he knew Salah was over there, and Ashley Young had run back. So two guys ran to take away the space from the ball getting into Salah. The ball was still played, and Ashley Young intercepted the pass. Just took it right away. I mean, it just goes to show that like if this guy has no space to run into, and you take away that left foot, bang average. He can't combine. He can't dribble. He's just done. You know, I tell you, it was very impressive by United today. Very impressive. I am looking forward to seeing what happens in the week against Sevilla, because I think Sevilla poses a definite threat to them. And then also, I can't wait to see when they have to go to the Etihad and see how that matchup plays out, because that's it's going to be a tactical masterclass there again between Pep and Jose. So it's going to be really interesting to see how that goes. But today there was a lot of lessons learned, man. If your manager is good and he gives you a proper game plan, if the players can follow it to a T, you're going to be hard to beat. And that's what Mourinho has proven time and time again. Now, this victory for United against Liverpool, it almost makes the draw at Anfield, the 0-0 draw at Anfield, even better. Because Mourinho went up there to get a draw. And people were saying, like, well, is that all you've got? Well, he said, just wait till you come over to Manchester. Come over to Old Trafford. They came over and they shut him down. They only scored an own goal today. And, you know, credit to Liverpool. They pushed forward. They tried all that they could. I think they got 12, 13 corners. They tried very hard. They got through a few times. But, you know, last-ditch tackles, last-ditch blocks. But that, again, it was just when Mourinho's team come out to stifle you like that, to wrap themselves around you, squeeze the life out of you, you cannot allow it. You cannot concede. You can't fall behind. Because if you fall behind, it's over. It's over. So if Sevilla watched the game today, which I'm sure that they did, they got it on tape, and if they by chance come across my video, it's like, hey, listen, when you go to Old Trafford, you better not fall behind. You fall behind, the python will just wrap around you, and it's going to be over. You can't do it. Their best bet is to almost invite United to come on to them, and then try to hit them on the break, which they might do. But Mourinho's going to be real cagey because that away goal that Sevilla potentially has could be detrimental to United. So how's Mourinho? The way Mourinho played today, I don't know if he'll do it against Sevilla because it's going to be it's going to be a good game. Get your popcorn ready. It's going to be a good game. So I mean, I tell you what, watching that game this morning really jacked me up for the games that my teams have this evening and tonight. Um, Football is the best, especially when it's done right. And I tell you what, Mourinho gave us a lesson on how to get a result. And Liverpool did well. They showed great attacking intent, but mistakes will cost you. You can't make the mistake that costs you everything. You know, and Alexander Arnold not tracking his run for the first goal, and then Dejan Lovren not being wise enough to drop off Lukaku a few times in the air. That cost them as well. And hey, that was it. That was the game. So um, well done by Matic and McTominay in central midfield. They did a great job. Young players who got to watch the game today, and they played that role. Hopefully, they were watching and saw how phenomenal, how important that role is in today's football. So important, so important. So I tell you, it's a great lesson learned today across the board. Um, but Arsenal, we've got to figure that position out in our team. El Nenny's there, but even El Nenny, I don't. He's cover for that role. We need a starting CDM or a starting CDM pair to really get us over the hump. That's stuff that will have to be addressed in the summer. But looking forward to the match at the Emirates against Watford tomorrow. We've got to get a result because I tell you what, watching the game today, seeing the table, Arsenal have a lot to play for. We cannot take the league for granted because we can still catch Chelsea. There are 9 games left. We can still catch Chelsea. So we win today. If they drop the ball today, we win tomorrow, and if they drop the ball today, we're inching closer. We've got to try to catch City at 5th, and then we still have the Europa League to sneak in and take for ourselves. I think that I already covered it in the week when we disposed of Milan in the first leg. Milan were poor, but looking at it, there's Atletico Madrid, there's Lyon. I think we can play Lyon. Atletico will be tough. If we can avoid Atletico to the semi, that'd be great, as I said before. But it's definitely Dortmund are in trouble, so we may not have to worry about them. But even if I would say the most dangerous team remaining in the Europa League is Atletico Madrid. So we don't want to play them till the semifinals or finals even. So, well, probably the semifinals would be better because we can have them over 2 legs and get them at the Emirates and try to use that to our advantage. But yeah, so great start to football today. Mourinho and United were great, and that's me not being a fan of them, but just seeing the work that they put in this morning. Fantastic work by them. Rashford was phenomenal, and look, Jesse Lingard, who's been on form, barely got a minute today. And one of my favorite players that they've got, the only player that they have that I would want at Arsenal is Anthony Martial. My man didn't even get in. He didn't even get a warm up. So that says a lot. They've got a lot of players over there, So I tell you, it was the CDM role is huge. If you play CDM for your team anywhere, know that your performance carries a lot of weight in how your team is going to perform. Ask Matic, ask McTominay, ask Mourinho. Big time. All right, so if you enjoy the footy talk, oh yeah, by the way, you probably asked why I'm wearing a hat inside. I got to get to the barbershop, so I can't come on here without a hat on or until I get my haircut. So that's why. So if you like the footy talk, subscribe at the bottom. FCRB TV. Ciao.